Hi foodies, welcome to my kitchen. This is Jenny here from Jenny's Walk. So foodies, today I'm going to make another lovely, exciting, simple recipe for you today. Now that the summer is here, we're going out to all those barbecue and all of that. We're going to be making Sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce or Rooster Sauce or hot sauce as we all know it. But this sauce is very lovely that will complement any of your side dish that you'll be eating, whether it be fries, fried chicken, barbecue chicken, jerk chicken, or just complementing maybe those fruits. Sometimes we like to make a nice dipping sauce to have with our fruit. You know, my folks in the Caribbean and the islands, it's very noisy outside, isn't it? My folks in the island love to eat their fruits with salt and a hot sauce, or either just a pepper, any hot peppers that they may have. And I want to make the sauce especially to complement those fruits and whatever food you'll be eating. So the Sriracha sauce is really lovely to complement that. And I'm going to be doing the flavor one. I'm doing two sauces today for you. The Sriracha is going to be like a regular Sriracha sauce. It's going to be red. And I'm going to be making a coconut Sriracha sauce. That's really exciting. I made this sauce already for my family and they absolutely love it. So I want to share this recipe with you today. So it's very simple. We're going to use some nice hot red chili peppers. And it's going to be a bit mild because I'm going to use one bell pepper with it. Some honey or brown sugar, some salt, a little splash of water, and some vinegar. The only thing is going to take like 3 or 4 days because the fermentation of that pepper, it's a pepper mash, it will call after we blend it up. All you need is your blender. So let's get started here at Jenny's Walk. And thank you all for joining in. And I want to say a warm welcome to all my new foodies. Say hi and hello to Sri Lanka. I see you out there. Thank you for joining me. And Hawaii, I see a lot of new ones, my new audience coming out of Hawaii and in Asia. Tamil, sorry. When I see all these new foodies coming in from all around the world, you make me very happy. I must say shout out to all of you. And when you leave your comments, just let me know what part of the world that you're looking in from. So let's get started with this lovely recipe, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I absolutely love each and every one of you. So foodies, this is all we're going to be using. So here I have some pepper finger hut. I got this here at the Korean store. It's one of the chilies, but the guy in the store told me this is a mild chili. It's not very, very hot. And this is one red bell pepper. I'm going to wash this really nicely. I'm going to cut the head off and I'm just going to chop it. I'm going to leave the seeds in. Whereas the bell pepper, I'm going to wash it clean and nice, take the membrane and the membranes and the seeds. I'm going to take that out. Here I have 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar, or if you want to use honey, and 1 teaspoonful of Himalayan pink salt, and my garlic. This is about how much I would like to use. If you want to add more, that's fine. You could go ahead. We'll also be using vinegar, but that will be after the fermentation takes place. And I'm going to use the glass jar. It's best to use something glass rather than plastic, and with a lid. So let's get these pepper all cleaned up and ready to zap in that blender. So here foodies, in my food processor, I'm just going to add 1 tablespoonful of water, regular water, and then in goes the salt, just like so, the brown sugar, and the garlic. So you could put as much garlic as you want. This is just about fine. Now I'm going to give it a good zap. So this looks about good, my dear foodies. I give it a good 30-second spin so that the salt and the brown sugar could get nice and all melted away. So now I'm going to pour this into the bottle. And we're going to leave this on the countertop in a dark place, or you could just leave it on your countertop there and let it ferment for like 3 days. So what you're going to do every day, you're going to open it up and you're going to give it a good stir. And you're going to see some little bubbles will be coming up on the sides. Once you see those little bubbles coming up on the side, on the first, second, and third day, you know that the fermentation is taking place. So let's put the lid on, and we're going to leave this in a nice dark spot, and every day we're going to continue doing as I say. So let's take a look at our hot sauce that we have here, that pepper mash that we have in here. As you can see, all those lovely bubbles there, you know, fermentation is taking place. And if I looked at a distance, you'll see where the liquid and the mash itself have separated. Let's go inside and take a look. There you go. Really nice, and it's really smelling hot, very, very hot in the kitchen. Wow, gotta be careful, I'm gonna start sneezing. So you see, look at the amount of liquid in there. So we're gonna give this a good mix. Now today is day 2. We have 1 more day to go. Give it a good mix, scrape down the sides of the bottle. making sure all the pepper mash goes in. It's very, very liquidy. Very, very liquidy. When I pour it in, it was very heavy with the meat, as you would say, from the peppers. But here now I feeling a lot of liquid consistency in there, and that is what we're looking for. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to put back the paper on, piece of napkin or paper towel, because we want to get some airflow in there also, and the rubber band on, and one more day. So for these here, I got some lovely some Korean chilies, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash this really nicely, and I'm going to add this to our Sriracha sauce. So it's already day 2. We have our Sriracha sauce here, our mesh, and I'm going to blend this in because I really want to get a really good texture for this Sriracha sauce. So I'm going to blend this in and add it to those that I have there. Okay, foodies, so today is day 5 of having our Sriracha sauce. Remember, we're going to make our Rooster sauce. Here we have that pepper mash, and we always give it a little move up every day. Have a fermentation taking place here, so this looks marvelous. So I'm going to be doing a plain Sriracha sauce, and I'm going to be doing a lovely coconut flavored Sriracha. So what we're going to do now, we're going to empty everything into our blender. So put everybody in, be careful. You could get a glove for handling. In goes that. And if you want to add more garlic, depends on the scent. You could smell it, you could taste it. See what you want to do, what adjustment you want to do. You could either use plain vinegar, and goes the vinegar, or if you have apple cider vinegar, you could use that also. Going in there with some plain vinegar. And I'm going to add a little more salt. So one teaspoonful of, not Himalayan, but I'm going to use the regular white salt. In goes that. And now we're going to give this a good blend. Very noisy now. Put it on right now because I already did the heavy one. Take a look at that for like 2 minutes. So now, foodies, you get your nice big tea strainer, and we're going to put it in there and all blend it up really nicely. We're going to strain this off, put everybody inside, and let it drip through. Get your spatula and just give it a nice gentle turn and move up like that. You see the goodness under there? Ooh, you seeing that, my dear foodies? It's dripping away. Are you seeing that goodness there? So let me get all this to drip away, and then we're going to take a look in the bottom there, what we collected. It's supposed to be very, very thin, and then we're going to move on to the other part of it. So let me finish up here. So you know, here at Jenny's Walk, we're here to share, we're here to learn, and we're here to create. Our Sriracha sauce or Rooster sauce here from Jenny's Walk. Foodies, this is our Sriracha sauce. So we're going to go and stir this very slowly. Keep stirring at a very, very low heat until it thickens up to the consistency that you want. You see that drip? That drip is too watery. So we're going to let it stir. I'm going to keep this stirring for like 20 minutes on very, very low heat until it reaches the consistency that I want. So if you want plain Sriracha sauce, this is it. And the coconut flavor one, I'm going to be using that coconut milk powder. Let me show it to you right now. I'm going to go with this coconut milk powder. I'm going to flavor up my coconut Sriracha sauce with. There you go, foodies. It has been 5 minutes at very low heat, and it's thickening up really nicely. So what I want to do now, I need some salt. I tasted it, so I'm going to add some more salt. 1 teaspoonful, I think, will do the trick. So for your plain Sriracha, it will just be this. So I'm not gonna bottle out any of the plain one, because this is basically what it would be. I want to do the coconut. So you could take some of this out and you could bottle it up for your plain Sriracha. Now for my coconut, I'm going to be adding coconut milk powder and continue making it up how I want. So I'm going to go in with, let me see how much I want to put. That's 2. tablespoonful, 3, 4 tablespoonfuls of coconut milk powder. Now this is instant, and you're going to give it a gentle turn, turn and turn and turn until we get all of them to dissolve very smooth. Now remember, this has to strain again. So I will continue stirring this until it's all dissolved away into this sriracha. So there you go, foodies. This looks really lovely. So what I did, I went ahead and I used the whole packet of that coconut flavor to flavor up our sriracha sauce here. And I love the texture that I got. I tasted it also. It needed 1 teaspoonful of sugar that I add to it, and I dissolve it. So I want you to look at this consistency. Now remember, when this gets cold, it's going to thicken up. So we're going to turn the fire off, turn the heat off on this. And you see that? Or even, let me just make a mark. You see that mark? Wow. Wow, this tastes divine. Really nice and coconutty. So let's let this stay here and cool, and then we're going to move on to our bottling now. Lovely sriracha sauce here from Jenny's Wok. So don't forget to like and share this lovely video with your friends and family. Get into community on Jenny's Wok page and start inviting my dear foodies. You know, we're here to share, we're here to learn, and we're here to create another exciting recipe here from Jenny's Wok. So foodies, here we go. This is our lovely sriracha sauce. It's all cool and nice. Look at that thickness in there. You see, I told you when this gets cold, it's going to thicken up our lovely coconut. So what I'm going to be doing, I have 2 lovely glass jar with their lids on. I prefer the plastic lid. This is a plastic lid. Nice, sturdy glass jar. If you get a bottle type, it will be even better. And this is another one. I'm going to give this one to my friend to try this lovely coconut sriracha. So what we're going to do, you get your little funnel, just like so, put it in there, give it back a good stir, because I had it cool in there for like 3 hours. Really divine. Let me taste this again. Wow, you feel a nice little heat, the tip of your tongue, that it travels really slowly to the back of the palate. And it has a nice sweetish taste from the coconut. Really thick and nice. Beautiful. And you get a hint of sweetness. This is so lovely for your buffalo wings. Look at that. Really divine. You could have this with your fried chicken, your barbecue chicken. You could mix some in the marinade with your jerk chicken. You just want to eat some hot sauce on your mac and cheese. Lid back on. You could store this in the refrigerator, or you could also store it outside. Beautiful sriracha sauce, coconut flavor here from Jenny's Wok. Beautiful, isn't it? Nice and thick and rich, so you can see, look at the richness in it. When it leaves the bottle, look at that. Lovely, beautiful presentation here from Jenny's Wok. My dear foodies, thank you for joining me in making this lovely coconut flavored sriracha sauce or rooster sauce or hot sauce. But it's a little different from the regular hot sauce. You know, these commercial hot sauce, like what you will buy, it's very much different from this. This has a lot of cornstarch and flavorings and additives to it. Whereas as you see, step-by-step instruction here at Jenny's Wok, very natural. The only thing we put in here to really preserve it is the vinegar, either apple cider vinegar or the white vinegar. So come on into Jenny's Wok, where we're here to learn, we're here to share, we're here to create. So join in Jenny's Wok. From my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking.